This module reinforced one of the most essential elements of professionalism and legal compliance in Arizona real estate practice: the duty of timeliness. Every licensed agent and broker in Arizona operates under the legal and ethical expectation that all real estate activities must be performed expeditiously, accurately, and without unnecessary delay, as outlined in Commissioner's Rule R4 2 8-1101C and ARS, Section 32 215 1.01G. Timely action protects clients, promotes fairness among all parties, and sustains public confidence in the real estate profession. The module began by emphasizing the requirement for licensees to act without delay in every phase of a transaction, from presenting offers to delivering signed contracts and communicating with clients. Arizona law requires agents to perform all acts expeditiously to prevent negligence, lost opportunities, or miscommunication that could cause financial harm to a client, whether it's returning calls, submitting offers, or providing updates. Time is a critical element of fiduciary duty and good faith. Next, the module explored the obligation to deliver legible copies of all signed transaction documents to all parties as soon as practical. Under ARS Section 32 2151.01A and R4 2 8-802, licensees must provide these copies immediately after execution. The law ensures that all parties, buyers, sellers, landlords, and tenants, have clear, accurate, and accessible documentation of their agreements. This duty applies equally to paper and electronic formats, and brokers must ensure that all such copies are retained in the brokerage's transaction file for at least 5 years, consistent with Arizona record-keeping rules. A major component of this module focused on the prompt submission of all offers to purchase or lease property. Regardless of the offer amount, format, or the agent's personal opinion, every offer must be presented to the client as soon as practicable. The agent's role is to communicate all opportunities, not to filter or withhold information. Only the client, never the agent, has the right to decide whether an offer should be accepted, countered, or rejected. Failing to deliver an offer promptly may be considered unprofessional conduct or a breach of fiduciary duty under ARS Section 32 2 153A3 and R4 2 8-802. The module also discussed the conditions under which offers may be disclosed to other parties or cease to be submitted. Offers are confidential unless the client gives written consent for disclosure. For example, a seller may authorize their agent to inform other buyers that multiple offers exist to encourage competition, but the agent cannot reveal specific terms without permission. Similarly, a seller may provide written instructions to cease receiving additional offers once one has been accepted. Without such written instructions, the agent must continue presenting all offers until closing. Proper documentation of these directives is essential and must be retained in the broker's transaction file. Finally, the module concluded with the designated broker's responsibility for record retention, which ties all timing and performance duties together. The designated broker must maintain true copies of all receipts, disbursements, escrow closing statements, and related transaction documents for a minimum of 5 years from the date of closing or execution, whichever is later. This responsibility, governed by ARS Section 32 2 151.01A and Commissioner's Rule R4 2 8-802, ensures that every transaction can be traced, verified, and audited for accuracy. Proper documentation also provides legal protection for both the client and the brokerage in the event of a dispute or ADRE audit. Key takeaways for study: expeditious performance. Agents must act promptly in every aspect of the transaction process, from communication to document delivery. Delivery of legible documents, All parties must receive clear and complete copies of every signed document as soon as possible after execution. Prompt submission of offers. Every offer, regardless of value or form, must be submitted immediately. Agents may not filter or delay. Offer disclosure and cessation. Offers can only be disclosed or stopped from submission with the client's written consent. Confidentiality must be preserved at all times. Broker record retention. Brokers must retain true copies of all transaction records for at least 5 years, ensuring compliance and transparency. In essence, this module connects the principles of fiduciary duty, professionalism, and accountability. Acting promptly and maintaining proper records are not only legal requirements, they reflect a licensee's commitment to honesty, efficiency, and trustworthiness. The rule is simple but powerful. Do everything quickly, accurately, and in writing. This ensures smooth transactions, satisfied clients, and a compliant, ethical real estate practice under Arizona law.